Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we just fought off the Great African Army, and apparently the vassal retinues are still up. Or the vassal levies? 10 of them anyway. There we go. An artifact? Yeah, go looking for it. So, we still look pretty weak to the Muslims right now. 6,000 troops available in this domain retinue here, so that definitely needs to be continued to work on. We are going to leave our martial training troops for now, because I do not want to be attacked by a jihad right now. However, we will be switching back soon enough, and we can actually grab some tech. We could grab either construction or shipbuilding, and I think construction for that build cost modifier above all else. Grab that. 10 gold? Okay, we'll do it. I don't think a point of legalism is super useful right now, so we'll save those points for maybe a point in tolerance in another 50. Okay, we can get a Chancellor. We'll go for this guy as our most qualified. Excellent. Okay, we had another daughter. We've had a lot of children. It's good. We can go ahead and switch off of family focus at this point, and I'm going to go to business focus. Our son is currently 5. Okay. We'll just take prestige. We don't really need somebody right now. Let's see, we need a keep in these 2 locations, so that'll be fine. Our army levies are recovering nicely, and our retinue is coming back as well. It'll be a while before the retinue is done. And of course, we can't expand the retinue just yet. We'll get there. But at least we managed to successfully hold off Songhai. That was exciting. But it was mostly only exciting because of the Black Death. Like, their troops were bad, right? Their troops were quite bad. They should have been able to win many of those battles, but they just couldn't beat our flanking troops. So I feel like we just continue to press our advantage over here in terms of our technological advantage. They're going to have some numbers on us. That's going to be a thing in the future. But we'll be able to conquer them with our superior troops. If we're properly prepared, and if we don't have to walk through the Black Death to get to them. That was the primary issue there. Not, in fact, the fact that their troops were any sort of contest to ours, because they really weren't. Now, we currently have 628 devotion, which isn't great, to be sure. That hasn't really been our focus this life, though. And our patriarch is proselytizing, and actually he hadn't managed to convert that, so I guess we'll put him right back in Gondar. He's got a 8.33% chance yearly. That's not great. Checking for any training ground upgrades. I don't immediately see any outside of our capital duchy, so that's not going to be a thing. Okay. Sounds good. This guy needs a childhood focus. And I think we are going to give him a struggle focus. He's going to be our heir, so I want more martial points. And he's actually pretty good at stewardship already for his age. I like it. Now this child could use a perhaps diplomatic education. There we go. Excellent. And we are currently gaining 19.10 per month. That is down from previous because we are still recovering from Black Death. So that's good. Hmm. 15% chance that we succeed, 85% chance that we will lose. 38% chance of a less good success. Or we don't risk embarrassing ourselves and just gain 200 grace. Are we going to do anything with this grace anyway? I mean, what can we even do? Like, we can ask for various boons, like a peace deal, but we don't care. We're not close to the Qin Empire. We could request an artifact, I suppose, but we're probably not going to do too much with them. They are quite far away, after all. However, we do need to get these keeps built. Quite soon. Very, very soon, in fact. So let's just go ahead and get these started as soon as we have the money. In just a little bit longer. We went backwards a little bit there. $550 is what we're looking for. There we go. Oh, this sounds dangerous. I'll go ahead and skip that one. It's a shame. I like Till the Day We Die, but it gets automatically copyright claimed, and I just don't want to deal with it. It's a good song. And it's the only one that does. Kind of weird. We could potentially change a council law. Everybody'd be against it, of course. And I'm not really interested in putting in the resources that you'd have to get that actually passed. I more just want to recover from Black Death and the war over here. Between those two things, we are in a bit of an... Don't mind me, I'm just looking at this here. Let's hop into terrain map mode. Sorry, I'm working on a similar system as this map. And I'm just looking at this and thinking, is this an 8-bit height map? This looks like an 8-bit height map to me. Sorry, nerd moment. Let's move on. We do need an ambition. I don't know why we satisfied this. Oh, I guess because our daughter came of age, but she's not actually our heir. But I'm going to go ahead and see the realm prosper. I do not want to go to war for a few years, because we're in a bit of a sticky situation if the Muhalabid decide to attack us. Depending on where they attack us. If they attack us for Yemen, then that's a completely different story. If they attack us for Nubia, we're going to have problems. Because there's no way, I think, that we can fight this force on open ground. If we're going to fight it, we pretty much have to fight it in the mountains. Now, I would like this guy to convert over. We may want to start upgrading his forts so that he can help defend over there a little bit better. But for right now, I do want to continue working on some of our personal holdings, because we still have a lot of money to put into these, right? Like, there's all this, all of these. It's extreme. We cannot make this anymore because this is no longer Nubian. Okay. We'd be able to build an Ethiopian drilling grounds, though, and that's fine. Like, the difference between them is pretty moderate. In fact, I feel like the archer defense is worse than the light infantry attack. So we'd probably want to replace this anyway, but I seem to recall... I don't recall this ever going red before. It used to not become inactive, it used to just vanish. This is an upgrade, actually, because if you can turn it back, then you're fine. I wonder if building this has both of them, but only one active. Let's find out. It'll take a while to build, of course. So we'll come back to that at a later date. If I remember. Hopefully I will. Significant depopulation in Al-Akaf. That's no good. So, intrigue-wise... Oh, hello, Teutonic Order. Yeah... And Knights of St. John. Yeah, that's gonna be awkward. Speaking of awkward... This is just generally a super awkward situation. The Byzantines are doing super well. Good job, Byzantines. But I kind of hope the Muhalabids start cutting into them a little bit. They have similar power levels. They're definitely above us in the power level right now. That's okay. We'll get caught up to them. We can go ahead and rank up in the community of St. Anthony. Fantastic. I'm not too concerned right now about conquest. A powerful faction right now? Huh. That's a lot of ladies. And we can't really do too much about it, other than continue to have our manpower go up. So that's good. Now, I do definitely want to get our tolerance up so that we can start doing something about that. Significant status of women would be good. That's not currently the case. We are doing really bad on the devotion front. Oh, we have a current mission to donate to charity. I forgot about that. We'll go ahead and do it. That'll give us 200 devotion and give us a decent bump. I don't know that we're going to make it to Megaloschemos. Well, we became humble. That'll be a helpful trait. How are we doing on our reinforcement? We're actually full. Let's go ahead and shift our marshal over to tech generation. Excellent. Prosperity increase? Yes. Do it. I mean, we could take a vow of celibacy. We have enough children. I don't think that's strictly necessary. Our wife is currently leading troops. Of course, it does bear noting that we're going to be inheriting some territory over here in an awkward fashion. This is going to be exciting. I'm hoping we can just kind of leave it on its own. Also, Germany, go home. You're drunk. This is not supposed to be Germany. This isn't supposed to be Germany either. Ireland is here now? I'm very confused by what's happening in Europe. Basically, only Svitjod is in... Well, even they're not really in the right place. They should be, like, over here. Germany, this section is okay. Bulgaria is, I guess, fine. Wait, Svitjod is down here? That's awkward. You're a little early for the scramble for Africa there, Svitjod. Just throwing that out there. We did have a tribal vassal adopt feudalism. That's a good thing for us. Let's check in over here. Actually, it was in Massawa. It wasn't this castle, but rather this one. Yeah, that's still being built. Okay. It'll be done in 988. That's fine. We must, of course, put our faith in God, because that's nice and cheap. Just like me. I don't like spending money in these games, except for on things that give very tangible benefits. Our wife just died, which means that our son, and heir, is now the Duke of Auvergne. Fascinating. Now, he's currently under this guy, the King of Germany and Aquitaine, who's not going to be very pleased with us, by the way. He's not going to be very pleased with us at all. We should get remarried, and I think I'm going to go for one with high stewardship, like her. Not really married for any political reasons, but for statistical reasons. Excellent. That gets our state stewardship up and gets us a decent chunk of money. I'll happily take that. And now we're going to need to get these keeps done. Yeah, we'll organize that expedition. We'll buy the merchant ship for the journey, which means that we're delaying our keep. No, we're not going to have you guys with us. To foreign lands. I'm hoping that we can actually, yep, we can get this built now. Fantastic. Get that started. We can always go into debt a little bit here. Seems we've got an admirer. Excellent. We should get a tech advance, and what tech advance can we get? We can get a point of tolerance, and so we shall. That would allow us, theoretically, to pass significant status of women. Everyone would be opposed to it. That makes sense. Let's take a look at our council, shall we? Everybody's kind of angry. I mean, they're all glory hounds, pretty much. There's this pragmatist and this zealot, but we'll give this guy a dozen strong horses. Come out of debt nice and quick. And we'll make our steward angry. Raiders over here. Friend and a profitable agreement. Nice. Our money's always needed. That's an additional 500 gold. Plus we have the trade route. 200 gold? I wouldn't mind greedy. He's only going to get a malice of 5. Yeah, we're not going to pay him. He's just doing his duty. Let's check in on this castle here. Ethiopian drilling grounds are not yet done. Okay. I do want to know if that gets rid of the Nubian drilling grounds or not. I guess we'll find out. We'll get this keep upgrading. And here we'll build an Ethiopian drilling grounds with that money. We're just going to keep getting these military numbers up. That is our primary goal currently, of course. I would like to attack Songhai and make them pay for what they did to us in that war over this. I mean, we won that war. Well, we kind of won the war. It was a white peace, but a white peace in a defensive war is fine. So we would pay him 227 gold. I don't think this is worthwhile. 5% city tax? Yeah. I'm not into that. We'll get the trait greedy. We can always cleanse it. Okay. Masawa, how close are you to finishing this? 25 April. Okay. A little bit over a month. Sounds good. Here's some known plots. We're gonna check that auto stop plots button. I should have done that a while ago, but I forgot. If they're willing to stop it, then that'll automatically stop it for us. If they're not willing to stop it, well, it won't. These factions aren't very dangerous currently. That's great. And there's those drilling grounds. Yep, the Nubian warrior barracks actually remains, so it would swap if this swapped back to Nubian culture. That's really good to know that they've made that change. I'm actually quite happy with that. We'll go ahead and build a militia training grounds here. And over here as well. Yeah, go ahead and bless the land and pacify the peasants. I'm okay with this. Minus 8% revolt risk every time. So we need 1,000 devotion to rank up. We should probably, at some point... Oh, hello. Our father-in-law died. Whatever. Not too worried. We should probably, at some point, consider switching to theology focus. But for right now, I don't think that's going to be a thing. This is going to be such an awkward inheritance. We'll have to delegate this out to somebody and just kind of ignore it. We can have these outlying ones report directly to us, and then the duchy. Is this a single duchy? It's... That is really awkward. Secluded penance? Do it. So we would have the title Duchy of Auvergne, this one here. And that's it. So this is the only duchy title that we would have. Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. We'll deal with that, though, when we actually inherit it. Still nobody's in favor of status of women. I'm not surprised. That sounds right. We can't currently expel the Jews because it's apparently during the worst parts of the Black Death epidemic. That does seem to be bugged because we could when the Black Death was actually coming through, and now that it's not, we can't. Not that I would anyway. I'm very much enjoying this 10% tax bonus. Thank you very much. Monophysite uprising. Where? 6,000 troops. That's quite a lot. Well, we'll go put them down. At least I hope we will. Yeah, we definitely should. Even with them being in the mountains. No. I've never seen that event succeed. You don't get to buy extra things. Let's actually group up in Zabid. Okay, we're now stressed. That's a downside of the business focus, for sure. We could theoretically switch to theology focus at this point, actually. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that for the extra learning. Fantastic. We're just waiting for these last couple of troops to get here. Gondar converted. That is great. Let's go up and get Nubia next. What's our odds? 6.85. Okay. And we're going to take these guys out. I mean, they're going to get doubled light infantry, but we still outnumber them. Even if we figure each of their light infantry are literally doubled. Absolutely no concern. And we'll put our troops back down. And we'll enforce our demands. Monophysite, or rather Miaphysite, +1 moral authority for that, so that's actually not a bad thing. Our moral authority isn't great, especially considering that there's several holy sites over this way that I would very much like to take. Like Alexandria. Why does it keep switching? Maybe because we have the religion window open? Yeah. So we can see that there's a holy site here for Miaphysite. Jerusalem is a holy site for Miaphysite. Apparently this is a holy site for Miaphysite. I don't know what this particular location is, but okay. Any other holy sites? I mean, we start with one, which is nice. But I think there's only the 4? No, there's another one as well. Antioch is a holy site. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see it because it was currently occupied. Okay, excellent. Well, we'll get him eventually. Not now, though. Not quite now. We should have all of these castles maxed out again, and indeed we do. And of course, these castles are still constructing. We've got a fair amount of money right now that we need to figure out what to do with, and I think we should be putting it towards building cities in some of our vassal holdings. We can't afford it quite yet, but I think that's going to be the next play with that money. Or we can just save it for our next castle structures. I mean, those are going to be pretty soon. And then after that, we can probably buy a city. Okay, these are finishing up. So let's go ahead and get another one building as soon as we can. Let's go for the Nubian warrior barracks. Actually, let's not. Let's go for the stables. This might switch over to Ethiopian culture, which would be probably a good thing for us. Hey, tech points. Take some of those very happily. And we'll go for barracks here. And this isn't quite done yet. 16 April. Okay. We will go ahead and grab these staples. Okay, seems good. We don't quite have enough to be working in a court at, but we'll get there. For now, though, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to continue upgrading. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.